There are intruders in the tower. I've locked the basement and all the passages are sealed, so it should be a straight shot to the observation platform. My interactions with Captain Thaddeus have been cordial enough, which will cover for the annoyances of the smelly yurt occupant. The others, they are new to me. Perhaps they will yet be of some value. If not, there may be reasons for younger eyes to look away. Ah well, time to change into my first impression clothes.
Okay, everybody.
No, listen. I need you to understand, I'm not like you.
Welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice. I think I should do it raw and clean for that. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons and Drive-Ins and Dice. And now the whole thing has to stay in. My name is Em, and I play Haribo, Tamagotchi, a changeling artificer. Currently, he's Haribo, baby. He's Sleepy Haribo, actually. That's the current form he's in, and that's important to remember because he's grumpy and he's sleepy, and he's walking currently into a tower that he is not stoked to be walking into. Nope. I guess Haribo doesn't matter anymore for the rest of this. My favorite ice cream flavor, because Haribo, okay, again, doesn't matter. Ice cream, I enjoy.
You can say both. You can say both. Of course you
Haribo
can.
might be the only character that could have a favorite ice cream flavor.
You actually can't say both. I'm gonna leave the podcast if you say both.
Uh-oh.
Then
Like,
I'll just say Haribo's into vanilla.
We can keep,
That's
we
it.
can keep doing like character questions too. I just thought that it would be fun to have a little bit of both.
Haribo's in the
Yeah.
future, and he still chooses vanilla. M's favorite ice cream flavor, though, is chocolate-covered cherries. Usually the cherries aren't
Ooh.
actually chocolate covered, right? There's just cherries and chocolate in it.
Mhm.
But I like when
Indulged by chocolate ice cream.
I mean, no, vanilla ice cream for sure on all this business.
Oh, interesting.
Vanilla ice cream, I like. There's like, I can't
Why do you
remember
specify?
exactly what it's called, but it's vanilla ice cream, giant chocolate, like crunchy chocolate chunks in there, and then cherries. Like that's fire. Ben and
Is it
Jerry's.
Cherry
has the
Garcia?
best. Yeah, Cherry Garcia is actually the name of it, and that's very clear why it's my favorite because I remember its name all the time.
Hi, my name is Lawrence, and I play the very unique bard Sparkleoneous, and he's walking into this building as afraid Sparkleoneous. He doesn't like the things that have happened beforehand, and now we're inside of it, and the door has shut behind us. Zoinks and Jinkies. My favorite ice cream flavor is Superman.
Oh, okay.
What is Superman?
I'm pretty sure Superman is
It's
Kenna's
like a
favorite ice cream
rainbow-
flavor.
That tell Kenna I'm glad.
Or is it just like a nostalgic thing?
Kenna's on the podcast because then I wouldn't be unique. I wouldn't be a unique little snowflake.
Okay, cool. She
There'd be
says
two
it's
of
not
us.
her favorite. Don't worry, it's not her favorite, but she enjoys it. It's up there. She says.
I'll take that.
Okay, sorry,
That's
I didn't
just a
mean
huge
to.
compliment.
It's a rainbow sherbet.
Tell Ken I wish they were in the podcast now.
Hi, my name is Grace Stringer, and I play Margery Ridgeback, a necromancer. I'm
Cleric.
doing emotional. Yes, sorry, cleric.
Pre-necromancer.
Necromancer.
It's like
Cleric. Sorry.
it's front and foremost for you. You keep saying the wrong one, evil person.
Sorry. Does it? Do I have to be evil? Anyway, my favorite ice cream flavor is mint chip, but not like the mint chip that has dye in it to make it green. I want like actual
Mint.
like Breyer's mint chip.
Yeah,
Specifically that brand, big fan. And that's what I'm currently having. So
I would agree with that. Actually, I would agree with that. That's up there for me as well.
All right, and I am Michael Harrison. I play Thaddeus, Ofkoot, the dwarven fighter, and my ice cream needs are seasonal. Around Christmas, it's peppermint ice cream in large quantities, as much of it as I can get. During the summer season, it's bubblegum ice cream because I am still a 12-year-old boy.
Not
I
pretty.
respect you.
Now,
Actually-
yeah, you jumped ahead there, Grace. So the rest of the time when peppermint and bubblegum are not available, as Grace likes to call it, I eat old man ice cream, which is pralines and cream.
Dude, pralines and cream is fire though.
Yeah, pralines and cream
Wow.
actually does
The
very
crunch
much
of
that.
just like I also like just an almond, right? Like
I'm
like
not
vanilla
a
and
big
almond
nut.
because it's just a crunch is so good.
I just like cashews and that's it. Like I'm a fiend for cashews, but anything else I'm like, eh.
They make cashew ice cream.
They don't. I'm just saying like.
I think they make ice cream out of
cashews
cashews sometimes for non-dairy purposes.
That's neat.
Hey everyone, I'm Gabe Stringer, Game Master, Teller of Tales, Weaver of Yarns. My favorite flavor of ice cream, it sort of depends. If I'm shopping in a supermarket for ice cream, then I'm looking for chocolate and peanut butter with like a thick ribbon of peanut butter in it. Baskin Robbins is the best example that I've found generally, though Oberweis is also a fairly strong contender. But if I'm actually like in the store, I like to do something weird. I like to get, and I've liked this since I was a child. This has always been the thing that I like to do, is I like to get cotton candy ice cream, and I like to get them to mix Reese's peanut butter cups into that for me.
Atrocious.
It's delicious. It's got that little sweet and salty goodness. I don't know. It makes me happy.
If I'm putting a topping in ice cream, I enjoy a gummy bear because it gets ice hard and it's like a wild chew time for me. I love that shit. I'll go hard on a
Grace.
gummy bear.
I'm with you on this one, Grace.
No,
Good.
I'm on the other side. I like a gummy bear, especially a mini gummy bear.
Yeah, right? The smaller the gummy bear, the weirder the chew gets.
When I was,
Just love a weird mouthfeel.
when I was in summer camp, one of the guys was sent like a 5-pound bag of mini gummy bears, and we kept them in the freezer. And those were just the best thing to grab, like a little pinch of.
I go
And
off
just
on
a little
that, yeah.
sprinkle of chewy friends.
Little sprinkle of chewy cold babies. Let's go.
Chewy cold babies.
When I was in high school, me and some friends kept a 5-pound bag of gummy bear and a bottle of vodka mixed together in a bag in the center console of my car during the summer. And as it got hot, they kept remelting back together. And yes, we did the same, where we would just reach into the bag and take what we got. It wasn't as good, I
That's
promise.
So icky.
It was
so
awful.
many icky hands.
It was one of the worst things I've ever chosen to do.
Because at least somebody's hands were gross. Because you're all
Yeah,
boys.
everyone's hands were gross. We were in high school.
High school boy hands.
Those are by far some of the worst. Yeah.
And
Biohazard.
gummy bears and vodka.
The
Well,
vodka,
the vodka is an
yep.
antiseptic
Yep.
agent.
Actually,
so
we're coming
it
back around on
balances
it.
out.
Oh no.
I don't think any of that can ever balance out again. My body's catching up for the rest of my life.
It's all because of those gummy bears. It all circles back.
Oh, and last we left our heroes. I think last session we made a total of 4 checks. We paid off rent. We got the bounty on some oozes. We changed our getup a little bit, and then we went outside and we looked at the wizard's tower. And some of
Yo,
us
boy
thought,
got up like fucking 3 armor class. That was an awesome up on me.
hell yeah,
And we got Gib up.
Mm-hmm.
it's true. We got Gabe with us.
Not up as awake, but up as in armor class up for sure.
Like, and in your arms.
Up in your arms.
in the air, Junior Gib man. Joke for nobody.
Grace is still cackling. What are you talking about?
The intended audience loved it.
Yeah, but if the intended audience is at the table, that is bad podcasting.
Leave this in.
Leave this in. It all stays in.
Wow.
Wizard Tower.
Wizard Tower. We went outside and we looked at the Wizard Tower, and we had pretty drastically different opinions about the Wizard Tower. Some of us thought, hey, this is a cool tower, and some of us thought, oh my god, that's wild magic up there. But nevertheless, we yelled up at the Wizard Tower, and the door opened, and we went inside. So now we're inside the tower. So the darkness that you enter is only an exterior darkness. Once you enter inside, there's just, regular light here in this hallway. In this hallway, you are in, as you might expect, a spiral hallway with stairs going up the outside of this tower. Stairs are going down, a full flight of stairs that round the corner out of sight, and stairs are going up. In front of you is a door. It is shut. There are torches on the wall at regular intervals, providing light, illuminating all of the stairs.
Moundane, where are you?
Oh.
I mean, he could just come to the door like a normal human being.
I don't think this is any normal human being, Haribo. I'm quite frightened.
At the lip of each of these stairs, starting at the level that you are at and going up, little patches of fluorescent greenish light light up in sequence going up the stairs, and they repeat.
Oh, pomp and circumstance, of course.
What
I
color?
mean, at least he's being very clear. This is pretty straightforward now. I understand this one.
Light green.
I guess we go up.
You don't want to know about
Upstairs it
what's
is.
down the stairs?
Moundane, what's down the stairs?
No response to that.
Well, should we check down there first, or what?
Moundane, say nothing if you don't care that we go downstairs.
Nice, nice. I nod sleepily.
Oh, got him.
That made as much sense to me as it made sense.
So if he says we can go downstairs, then we can go downstairs.
Yeah, okay, you can go downstairs. Yeah, nothing happens.
Is that what Moundane says, or is that what?
I mean, Moundane says nothing.
Then I don't go downstairs.
I'm more confused than ever.
Let's go upstairs and talk to him.
Okay.
I want to know about fella. Margery, lead the way.
Fine.
Haribo reshifts Gib on his back and takes the rear.
There are a total of 3 levels to this tower, so that's a fairly decent walk. So each of you can make a check in here: perception, investigation, arcana, you know, any of the knowledge checks, whatever you guys are feeling like, or what we pick up on inside here. We look at the tower through.
Can
With
I
my
roll for insight?
Whatever you want.
With my sleepy disadvantage, I got a 17 on history.
I'll just wait my turn.
I'm fully awake and I got a 12
I
perception.
Perception.
got a 21 in insight.
Hot diggity, okay?
I got a +5, baby.
Yeah, you just sort of step on pedal to the metal with that insight. What do your tiger eyes see? And Sparkleoneous
Sparkleoneous is gonna bardic inspiration Gib.
gives
Aw.
gives unconscious. What?
Roll by Gibby in the tower. Oh god, I'm so scared.
I shift my weight, try to wake him up a little bit.
Gib, talk to me. I'm so afraid. I need someone level-headed in this situation.
Gib, you understand what's going on better than any of us. Please explain to Sparkleoneous where we are and what we are doing here.
Okay. Well, I think bardic inspiration for a Constitution roll for Give.
And you're gonna get temporary hit points for whatever you roll because of my mote of inspiration. I think this is the second time this has happened, actually. I think Gib's the only person who I've given this special ability to so far. I'm only gonna be using these on Gib from now on, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, you did it last episode too to make him not throw up on me.
Perfect.
Well,
I think it'll work this time too then.
it totaled as a 9.
Yeah.
Damn
So
it.
yeah, now Gib shifts in his sleep and sort of nudges Tamagotchi in the back of the head with his little lizard elbows, and he goes.
Oh.
Is that it, Gib? Is that enough?
Do you want to do something drastic with him? What do you?
I'm gonna give him a pat on the back and say, "Is that it, Gib? Did you get it all up, little buddy?" Okay, I'm gonna put him down. I'm gonna put him down so you can keep throwing up down here, Gib. Just be careful of your new armor. We got you into it. Here, let me get that on you, right? And I reshifted on him so he can like actually be standing normally.
Verbally. Tax evasion.
Do you need me to keep carrying you, Gib?
He's murmuring in his sleep.
I don't know why I put him down. I pick him back up.
I was gonna say, how does he?
Why
how is he standing?
are we trying to make Gib a part of this? Let's go talk to Moundane. I need to get to bed. Why are we doing this?
Sparkleoneous was scared. It's a very
I'm
big.
still afraid, but not
Yeah, no, he wanted to talk to Gib for whatever reason about his
reassurance.
wizard fears.
I'm like halfway putting him back on. Do you want to still? I'm like covered in Gib
Let's
vomit.
know.
Do you still want to talk to him?
No, that's
Did
okay.
you vomit? Is that what happened?
No.
Oh, I thought you said he
No.
threw up down my. Oh, okay. Oh, the Constitution check was for him not like mumbling in
to
his
wake
sleep.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, to
okay.
like wake up. Yeah.
I thought that sound was him like vomiting down my back. Okay.
Oh, ew.
That's why I was like patting him on the back saying like, "Are you done?" And then I put him down. But now I understand.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
a little confused by that response too.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was just trying to be kind to my vomiting friend, but if he's
Are
not
you
actually
done?
vomiting, all right. Well, it doesn't look like Gib's gonna wake up. So we can move on. Sorry,
Jesus.
Sparkleoneous. I promise Moundane is not scary. He's just, I think, like I said, downstairs, full of pomp and circumstance. It's okay. Would it help you if you carried him yourself, Sparkleoneous?
No, I sort of lose control over what I do and don't eat whenever I'm frightened.
That's very fair. We don't want you to eat our friend.
I really don't want to eat Gib.
So we go up the stairs. We go up the first level. One turn around the spiral, there's a door. We look in the door. There is a room entirely unfurnished except for a single bed. Thaddeus, with your 12 perception, you see a trunk underneath the bed.
Okay.
We ascend the spiral staircase again, up to the second floor. Another door. Look in the door. Inside is a library. Not floor to ceiling, but good solid height shelves, wall to wall of them. Table laden with books and papers and quills. Comfy chair. Fireplace, no chimney. Fire in the fireplace. Regular colored fire, no smoke. I think this is probably actually the place to do the insight check. Because I think this is, everyone is as interested in books as they are, but this little work study station nook place is, if one is looking with that frame of mind, a place of insight into the mind of the occupant. So what you see here perhaps suggests the titles are eclectic on this shelf or on this work table from what you can see. All having to do with magic, but like broad swaths from different magic. There's a book on like sealing spells. There's a book on totem carving. There's a book on vortex hopping. Like it's just sort of magical, but like all broad. You can also see that there are many empty ink pots and many worn out quills and lots of papers of notes.
Is there any way that I can utilize my history check, unless you already have an idea for it, on that book on vortex hopping?
You don't see the book on vortex hopping.
Okay.
I would say this is sort of insight plus the perception crit from last episode.
Sure. Okay. Titles of books. I see.
Yeah. If Margery, if you want to share this with the class, that's fully up to you. But this appears to be the workplace of a mind that is focused on a project, but perhaps is not yet sure what direction it needs to go to accomplish said project.
Okay.
I would also say with the crit perception, you can ask me one other question about this library.
Oh, okay. Do I see anything like necromancy adjacent stuff? Because Margery is big on trying to get more information and learning more and growing stronger.
Give me an Arcana roll.
Ooh. Oh, minus. Oh, no. That's a 6.
Oh, well, no, but as you sort of crane your neck and look around, you do see that there is a single shelf with a cage around it.
Oh.
Who's all up in
Sparkleoneous
there?
would like to use his Arcana check on the cage, please.
What was your Arcana number?
Hadn't rolled it yet. It's 17, because I'm proficient in it, and if I am proficient in it, I get double, because I'm a bard.
Okay, yeah. 17 Arcana in here. You see a few different things. You see on the other side of the room from the section of shelves where the cage is at, a shelf that has another one of those wispy magical bubbles around it, of a kind of magic. And you also see in the center of the room a motionless sphere of magic that is just sitting there. And then inside of the cage, it's pretty wild in there. There is magic of a few different schools happening inside of there. There's also, with an Arcana check, I don't want to get into, I don't know where the line between an Arcana check and Detect Magic always is.
I think from that, Sparkleoneous is going to look directly, I guess. Well, it's hard for... I'm going to wheel my pebbles around from inside my body and look directly at the sphere of magic in the center of the room. And I'm going to point to the caged bookshelf and I'm going to say,
Moundane, do you have any good songbooks in there? Anything I could use for inspiration. You know, I'm always looking for a new tune.
And then Sparkleoneous is going to lean over to Margery and go,
Did that sound confident enough, Margery? Does it sound like I'm frightened?
No, you were good, brave boy. You did great.
Thank you.
Okay. The four of you experience this slightly differently. Sparkleoneous, Margery, Thaddeus, you all hear this directly into your noggins. Tamagotchi, as far as you're concerned, you're hearing this with your ears.
Too sleepy.
All of you hear the voice of Moundane from these various sources, and it says, "Unfortunately, I can't say I have any songbooks of adequate potency to be on that particular shelf, but..." And the orb of magic becomes visible and turns slate gray and floats over and hovers near a shelf, not nearby the shelf with the cage. And Moundane's voice says, "However, I do have a few compendiums from bards past here in my library. Feel free to browse at your leisure, Sparkleoneous."
Thank you very much. I promise I'm not afraid.
While he may fall for your sleight of hand, Moundane, I shall not. What is going on this caged shelf?
Oh, that's just, for everyone's benefit. Can't have these books walking away. And Sparkleoneous, the last thing I was going to say from your Arcana check, since apparently it lets you see magic, is that...
Everyone knows a good Arcana check is detect magic.
I'm not going to tell you what kind of magic it is. You know, just that there is magic and what shape. And this last little tidbit is that inside of the cage, you sense that the magic in there is like pressing up against the inside of the cage.
Ooh.
Oh no, it wants to get out. Yeah, don't let it out.
Yeah, so
Well,
come
Dave,
on
can
up.
you... Oh, God, we have to keep climbing the stairs.
Oh, I
These
didn't know
old,
there
these
was
old
more
legs
up.
ain't as... Oh yeah, this is just level 2.
Of.
4.
Oh, my God.
All right, everyone, we're halfway there.
Okay, up the stairs.
Off we go.
Up the stairs. Takes a deep breath at the bottom stair and
I'll look
trudges
at those
up.
books later.
Up the stairs, you come to the 3rd floor. On the inside of this room is... I think this is the most magical room that we have seen yet. This is a room that has a bunch of... I think they're just like shapes of metal floating in the air. They appear to be positioned in a specific way, but that is entirely beyond you what that could be about.
Not even my history check?
I mean, do you want to... Is this where you want to try and history check? Okay, no.
Maybe? I don't know. Is there anyone else's check who is about to go off? Because if not, then sure, yeah. I still have my history check to roll before we get up to Moundane.
Let's see.
Is this history? It just became history, as did this.
How did this
Happened
become-
again.
Could this be like a detect history check?
Check
Tell
history.
me how it got here.
The way that the shapes are aligned, the complex shape that they make coming together, resembles a shape that you saw on the front page of a newspaper during your travels around the region before you settled down near Decrum. The shape that it resembles is the symbol of a cult that was wreaking havoc in one of the nearby urban centers.
Any name on that cult, or besides wreaking havoc?
No.
Besides wreaking
no.
havoc, any what kind of havoc? Was it blood magic? Was it kidnapping? Was it mass murder? Was it thievery?
I think it was church desecration.
Ooh.
It was, yeah. They were messing with churches and graveyards, and maybe they were planning something horrible for a festival day or something.
Margery, this reminds me quite a bit of some group I think I read about once. I don't remember the name, but they were caught, some of them at least, were caught messing around in churches and graveyards. Does this ring any bells to you?
This happened here?
I don't know if it happened. It didn't happen here in Decrum. I can't remember where I would have read this article, but I have traveled quite far. I just, I don't know if this symbol makes sense to you as well.
I'd say as an urchin, I could give you advantage on a history check about urban things.
Ooh, I never thought I was going to do a history check, but okay. Ooh, good thing I was over there. That is a 10.
No, not in your town.
No, not my town.
All right, well, never mind. We should keep going before I lose my nerve. We have one more flight of stairs, and then I think afterwards we have to go back down all these stairs, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
we could just jump out.
There's 4 stories. Do you have a safe way down?
I'm pretty sure I know Featherfall.
Oh,
No, pretty sure. I don't like pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll check my spellbook after you jump.
sorry.
Alright,
If you
very
don't have a more sure way of getting me out
No,
full stories
I'm not
down,
allowed. I'm not allowed to check my spellbook until you jump. It's the law.
I don't.
Haribo can go first, since
I'm
he's
just
so
kidding.
eager to leave.
Alright.
I'm just kidding. I do know the spell.
Haribo starts up the stairs.
I'm
Dragon
trying to
give
break the
along.
tension because I'm afraid.
Last flight of stairs. As we come up the last flight of stairs, and we come up to the top of the tower, the doorway this is the first and only doorway that we've come across that has a door in it.
Like a closed door?
A closed door. I mean, none of the other doorways had doors.
Okay.
They were just all open door frames. But this one's got a door. And the only other thing,
Spooky.
the only other thing that is out here is like an old faded promo poster. And Sparkleoneous, you recognize the poster.
Oh shit. Is that one of mine?
No.
No?
Ooh, embarrassing.
I thought it was too. Embarrassing.
I've had so many.
Embarrassing.
I've had so many posters. You know, it's hard to keep track. Barson makes most of them.
Yeah, that is a good idea. That is a good idea, but I think
I'm
gonna
ready
stick
to
my
hear the
guns on
better
thing
one.
that
What
you-
is it?
This is a poster for Moundane the Magnificent. This was an entertainment actor that did the circuits like a couple generations of touring entertainers ago, and his act hit nearby to your farms where you grew up. Perhaps he was the first bit of live entertainment you saw. Perhaps he was just a really neat poster that you encountered and never actually got to go and see him.
I'll take a quick re-crack at it now that I know what this poster is. Let me
Please.
Oh shit, I do recognize that poster. My dad had one in his study. Always wanted me to go to his shows, but he stopped touring before he ever made it out to where we were. My dad saw him about 14 times. He was a juggler. I think he heard about him in Curse College.
See, I absolutely told you he was just a performer. All this magic, it's just part of his performance.
Well, but he did go to Curse College, at least to perform.
To juggle. He is at heart a juggler, which we all know is the absolute worst version of a performer of any
That is the
caliber.
antithesis of all
That
things
is-
I stand for.
Exactly. Everyone knows to never trust a juggler. This man rolled into town juggling balls and bought a tower. We cannot trust him.
No, but he is doing magic though. A lot of it.
We'll see.
I'm with you. I really am in this situation. But also, this.
But also this other thing
also
that I'm
this.
saying.
Let me we can go talk to him about it.
And
I know
all
he
of
can
you-
hear us
all
now.
of
I
you-
believe this man is a juggler.
I wanted to jump in there at some point, but I was having too much fun just listening to the two of you guys have fun. But you guys all hear the voice of Moundane, and it says, "Why, yes, I do have my origins in the stage arts, as Tamagotchi rightly says, but perhaps in my retirement, I thought perhaps I would dabble in the real deal, in the real big show, as it were.
Juggling 4 balls. Yay.
And let's just say that my retirement has gone on for longer than I expected." And the door swings open, and
You look into the top room of Moundane's tower. In here, it's a circular room. It is conical to the inside of the top of the tower. The wall that you have just come through with a door on it, that side of the room is all bookshelves. The side that you are facing is mostly different, like... They look familiar to you, Tamagotchi. They're like scientific-looking apparatuses. More like chemistry and perhaps microbiology or whatever than like physics.
Does he have a microscope or anything resembling a microscope? Tamagotchi has been desperately looking for a microscope.
Yeah, actually, I do think that he's got a microscope, or he's got something that it definitely is
Something with lenses,
with,
right? Like he's not going to have
lenses.
A microscope, but he probably has several lenses layered together that he can see through.
Yeah, he's got
Right.
something. He's got something that it looks like it does that. Yes, it's not rudimentary, but like whatever the stage above that is, like an adequate little laboratory up here. And then on the far side, directly away from the door, there is a chunk of this conical wall that is lifted out and like put to the side, exposing a rectangle of sky facing north. In this space, in this patch of skyline with the pine forest behind it, and then the mountains behind that, and the sky behind that, is a lawn chair with a cup holder. And sitting in the lawn chair with the cup holder with his legs dangling sort of out the window of his tower, or out the side of his tower or whatever, is Moundane.
Damn, this guy's living the life.
I think his vibe is sort of... How many have we all seen the Sword in the Stone movie, the like Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, like the real like OG,
Merlin?
yeah,
Yeah,
like Merlin.
from whenever that's from. Yeah, there's like a portion of it where Merlin is like, "I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Hawaii or something."
he's got
And
the
he's
Yes,
wearing-
that's exact. I was gonna say Beach Wizard. No fucking
Beach
way,
Wizard,
dude.
for
No
sure.
way.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is the vibe that I'm looking for.
And
I
you
think
hate
he's
him.
got.
I do. M doesn't. And to be clear, M loves Moundane.
Is Mondane's beard as long as Merlin's in that movie?
Yeah, I think.
Is
not
it
quite
holding
as
his
long as-
coffee
not-
cup?
It's not Merlin.
No.
It's not Merlin long. It's not like it doesn't dangle and twirl like that. But it is. It is definitely below his belly button. He definitely had a beard as a juggler and just sort of stuck with that, moving forward. And
It's almost more impressive to be able to juggle with a beard, because what if it got in the way?
What if he
What
What
if
if
it
it
got
got
in
in the way? I mean, didn't get in the way enough.
It was part of the act, even. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe he.
It was part of the act, even. I'm pretty sure my dad told me that.
I'm just
He
saying that
combed it.
unprompted.
He combed a hole in.
just saying that unprompted? So good.
I'm just remembering things about it right now.
I think out loud.
I do, and now I'm in my mind, I'm imagining that he has, like, combed a hole in his beard and is juggling through it.
Is he currently
Or does-
juggling?
or does he have
No.
No, he's
No, this is how he
like,
incorporates his beard into his act.
Oh, okay. I was like, if this man is currently juggling, Haribo's leaving.
This
Or
is
it could be,
the
David Bowie in
flashback in
Labyrinth.
Sparkleoneous' mind.
Fucking one-handed through the hole in his beard.
Alright, Moundane, how are you doing?
I can't believe you made us climb all these stairs. Can you come down here so we can talk, please?
But you're already up here with me. That seems like an awful waste of time. Come, sit.
And he taps the ground with a, oh man, help me out. What's a beach wizard thing that's not a
Umbrella.
staff?
An umbrella.
It's
a beach
no,
umbrella.
no. Hold on.
The cross pole? What are we,
A big shovel?
Sand castle shovel.
Sandcastle shovel, yeah.
But like a giant one.
Nope.
Normal size
no,
sandcastle shovel.
It's the size of a Harry Potter wand.
The veto,
Oh.
we're tapping the ground with it. We need a staff length object.
Parasol.
A volleyball, like pole.
Shuffleboard.
A deflated volleyball that's stretched really long.
Deflated
Shuffleboard
volleyball. Just a surfboard.
A pool
Just a
cue.
full surfboard.
From all of these prompts, he's got, in one hand, he's got
An
like
igloo ice container where he keeps his beers and he has it like up
Lord.
on a handle that he knocks down twice.
No, he's got his cooler next to him. He's got like a frosty mug in his cup holder, and in his other hand,
cool.
he's got a deflated beach ball, I guess.
Lamau.
And it's like a whip, and yeah.
Oh God!
The man didn't see any hot dogs stuck to the wall, so he just picked up the closest one to him and was like, this one'll do.
Yep, I picked it up and I just smeared it on the wall. I'm like, I'd stick it now.
I love him.
I love him. A volleyball whip.
He cracks his nasty rubber whip, and
It goes spoiler.
four more lawn chairs unfold out of the ground.
Sparkleoneous immediately goes for a sit.
Haribo says, can I get one for our friend Gib here? He is asleep, and I think it would be nice to put him down while we have this conversation. Oh God, I'm tired.
Oh, I didn't see him there. He cracks his whip again, and like an airplane bed, like a fold out of the wall bed, pops out a
Forget.
patch of wall.
Perfect.
It's modular.
Yeah.
Modular.
I do enjoy modular things. This is...
I can't believe you hate
I'm gonna
this
put
guy.
Gib down. Just stop it. I'm gonna put Gib down, and I'm gonna walk over to the
This
lawn
guy?
chair and sit down and fold my arms. He's being too cool in front of my friends. He is a total asshole.
Hello, Moundane. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I have this frosty mug. I have this excellent view. My schedule was clear, and now you guys have shown up.
Yeah, I hope we can't disturb you for too much longer. We just had a couple of questions that we were hoping you could help us out with.
Shoot.
All right. Well, we have sort of a few as a group, but I do have one personal one. Which one would you prefer first?
Let's go broad to narrow. So, group question first.
All right.
Why do you
Does
lie to everyone about casted Matt? Oh wait, no, he said personal second. All right, I'll hold
Yeah,
off.
we're going personal second.
You just wait. I'll be right here.
So, maybe the guard captain could jump in if I sort of miss anything here, but, well, we're going to go and rescue some goblins. And, we know that you've traveled around a lot, especially as a traveling magician. And, we're going on a sort of excursion out into the mountains. You know, any advice, information would be appreciated.
This is the mountain out to the east. The mountain
No,
with
the
goblin
individual.
mercenaries?
No, the individual one out to the west. There's been the solo one out to the west, right? I thought too that it was solo mountain out to the west, and that the rest of the mountains were out to the east in the pine forest. Did I just mix up my directions?
You just mixed up your directions.
Cool, totally fine. Sorry.
Solo Mountain to the east, yes.
Stellar. Okay, cool. Then we are on the same page. I am just tired.
It's all right.
Let's see. I actually, I do know a few things about that mountain. There's been some interesting happenings in out that way in the past few years. First things first, it was a stronghold for minotaurs, and they built as their custom, they built a labyrinth down in the darkened depths. But eventually they left. Don't know why.
I feel like I'm using the wrong voice.
You got more gruff again.
The minotaurs, they disappeared for whatever reason, and after that, a group of my own countrymen, wizards, as it were, took up residence in one of the floors of the labyrinth, and they settled a zone there, and they declared a peace of a sort of a trading ground sprung up between some of the more monstrous surface denizens and those that live beneath. However, in the past few years, a group of hobgoblin mercenaries has taken up residence in another section of the labyrinth, and they have been amassing their forces ever since. They've never really been posed a threat out this far west, so I've not much minded them, but I did become aware when they took up residence there.
I'm now more afraid of the mountain than I am of this tower.
And what do you know of this Wilhelm fella? He said he was gonna come talk to you. We are working closely with him, so we're just curious how that conversation went.
Hey, have you seen him around? I don't think no one's really seen him in town recently, I don't think.
Yeah, no one's seen Wilhelm fella.
I think this is the time to make some checks here in this room. Someone has to make a persuasion check to just sort of see how much information we get out of Moundane. And then if anyone else wants to make checks here in this room, Arcana, History, Perception, Investigation, Insight, whatever we want.
Sparkleoneous whispers to the group,
Does anyone have proficiency in persuasion? I actually don't.
What?
I have +1, but that's it.
I mean, I would still get, even without it tagged, I'm getting +4.
Yeah, I mean, I get
Ice cream truck.
+3, so
Okay, so it can still be me. Yeah, half proficiency is pretty good.
I'll rock perception in this room, even though I do have disadvantage on this.
Yeah, I'll do persuasion.
I'll do perception because I have.
I will also do perception.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, then I'll probably rock mine to history just to like mix it up a little bit. And I've been rocking that. I'm trying to learn about his tower. This tower was here before him. I want to see if there's any tricks hiding in this tower. Actually, no. I'm going to do investigation. This feels like a telescope room. The way that Haribo is looking at this room, it is like there should be a telescope in here. And if there isn't a telescope, what is he doing with a room for a telescope? Yes, Haribo is like very interested in the like weird futurisms of this place he's beginning to see. Like Moundane is wicked far ahead than he was expecting.
We're definitely mixing some metaphors here in this place.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's just a little bit more than he was like even Minerva doesn't have like multiple layers of lenses put together in a way that could microscope like this. Like while he hasn't looked through it, he can see that and be like, I know. So I'm rocking investigation anyway.
Okay. Everyone make their checks. Love the diversity because that's just a number of different lenses for me to describe things through.
Devin on my persuasion check.
Oh boy. I usually like to lead with the lowest check, but since that's the plot relevant one, the 7 goes last.
14 on investigation.
I have a 19 on perception.
And I have a 21 on perception.
Ooh.
Ow.
Thaddeus.
We love to perceive.
Yeah, okay. So, with your investigation, you see that there are markings on the ground in this room. This room is pretty barren as far as like furniture goes. It's just these lawn chairs and then stuff around the like perimeter of the room. The markings on the floor, you see the perimeters of some circles. You see like the faded outlines of various symbols. And I think that the other thing that you see with investigation is that what you are seeing is separate layers of sets of symbols oriented in different directions. Margery, with a 19, are you looking at anything in particular, or are you just sort of casting about the room?
I'm just doing a general, like, first walking in, let's see what's going on in this room.
Okay. I think that the thing that draws your attention in here, after you've like had a quick cast about and have seen everything that I told you in the original description, is that there is a low-key edge. Like there is a line running around the entire border of the room, like the whole wall. There is a discernible thing there, like a border.
Oh.
I don't think I'm describing that very well, but I also don't want to give away what it is.
Okay. Like, so it's a raised border around the whole room.
Yeah, it's part of the wall. It's definitely part of the wall, but it is a section of something, some sort of a. I think you've been in Haribo's yurt, so you know that it looks sort of like some of the stuff that Haribo's got going on with his like modular room dividers.
Oh, okay.
So that's sort of what it harkens back to.
Okay. And then Thaddeus got a 21.
Thaddeus got a 21 in perception.
Yes.
And Thaddeus, ever vigilant, is enjoying the view out the window.
I can see my house from here.
You can. It's right there. It's pretty close. But you can also see the surrounding countryside to the north. And so while Moundane is answering Sparkleoneous and Haribo, and Margery is casting about the room. You are the only one who sees, very faintly, a smudge of lavender puffs out of the side of the mountains to the north. It puffs out vaguely in the shape, in the shape of a skull. And then
skull?
Yep. Not like the Dark Mark or whatever, like it's where it's like hyper defined and stuff, but like it's sort of like in old school animations where you uncork a bottle of poison, Yep. Sort of like that. And then it fades away. And you're the only one who saw it.
Good description. I like that.
Well, I will hold on to that nugget of knowledge until it's just our group again, and then I will share what I saw, but not probably right at the moment.
Okay, and then finally we get to the plot relevant question, which was, what do you know about Wilhelm? And he rolled a 7. And so Moundane says, "Oh, that boy's full of promise. Don't you worry too much about him. He's well on his way to achieving great things. Came to me the other day looking for some assistance, and I pointed him in the right direction. I'm expecting him back to discuss what we do next in the next day or so."
That is seemingly perfect.
Yeah, that's great. That means that he'll be back before market day.
Which, I guess...
we all gotta be in town for market day.
Yeah, of course. Market day is the best day ever. I needed to discuss with you guys plans on timing, because some of this timing seems that we are pushing things rather close to the chest. We'll talk about that later. So when is he due back in town? Because we had to have a chat with him as well.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about him, but if you insist, he's probably in town now. I'm expecting him back, but I gave him 3 days. It's been 2 days. He said that he would get it done sooner than later, so we'll see.
Nah, typically vague of magicians.
Stage magicians even more.
Not a surprise for Moundane to be like, "Don't look behind the curtain."
He reaches in between the buttons of his Hawaiian shirt and he pulls out flowers. Ta-da! And he throws them out the window.
Sparkleoneous claps.
I mean, come on, that wasn't too bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Don't encourage him.
I'm just a fan of the craft. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
But the player sucks.
Don't hate my shirt flowers.
So, do we want to move on to personal questions then?
Yeah, why do you keep lying to everybody about doing magic?
I love
Or
it.
do you
That's
wanna-
how Sparkleoneous is segueing the conversation, like in character. Like, all right, time to get real.
I mean,
just have
sorry,
a
do you want to
question
go
I wanna
first
ask.
or what?
No, I mean, you can. I mean, it would be nice if we could start with mine, maybe, so that we wouldn't sour the mood until after the. Well, you know.
Sure, that's fair. I'll go after.
So yeah, Moundane, just forget all that. And now, let's get to my question. Do you know my dad?
What was his name?
Oh, his name is Squelch. He's an Aarakocra. He doesn't look like me, if you're wondering.
Yeah, that was gonna be my first question. Is what? You're the first plasmoid that I've ever had the pleasure of making an in-person acquaintance of. So no.
I don't know what that is. No, my dad is an Aarakocra. He went to Curse College.
Curse College.
You know the old school motto. My dad taught me that one. Blank college, blank college. Don't say the name.
That's good, because I was about to do one. It wasn't going to be that.
All right, let's do it together. Here we go. Blank college. No. All right.
I was going to do.
See, you didn't fall for it. That's a good. Yeah, I can tell that you win.
Which everyone knows that's the
Never
best
do,
rule.
never do a chat in unison.
never speak at the same time at Curse College. That's how they get you. It's the classic jinx. The hex of hexes.
I didn't bring him here, but my dad was always hanging out with, at least for the one semester he was there, sort of small, sort of diminutive, kind of annoying, depending on the day, human. His name is Barson.
Damn, Barson lore.
He's not here, don't worry.
I was actually a little worried. I'm basically an alum of Curse College. honorary.
He said the name. I can't believe.
But even I, when I came back from my reunion tour and honorary graduation, even I heard tales of Barson, the adventurous. That guy would do just about anything. That was the tale that was told, and he somehow didn't die.
He hasn't changed a bit.
That's good to hear. But no, I think the longer answer to your question is no. I don't think I ever met an Aarakocra named Squelch. My reunion tour and honorary graduation was perhaps after Robarson's time.
That's alright, I just wanted to know. I always like to hear stories about my dad's glory days.
I heard once he ate the head right off a fire centipede.
That's the... oh god. I've heard, actually, that's the shortened version of his nickname, Barson. It is Barson will do anything for 1 gold piece.
I see he's upped his prices.
Yes, that's very true. I think he goes by start high and then work your way down.
A man of standards. Were there any other personal questions?
Can I borrow a couple books?
Sure.
Just again want to get this one under the wire before Haribo asks his question.
Oh no, Haribo's asleep.
Where are you asleep?
In the lawn chair that he summoned up.
Oh,
for
okay,
us.
yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Haribo's asleep and Gib is in the airplane bed next to Haribo.
Anybody else got any questions for this very cool guy?
Yes,
Very cool cryptic guy.
I had a question. Did you, a couple of days ago, did you have anything to do with a large fire south of town? Because we were returning from some work from out of town, and we saw large billowing smoke south of town.
I suppose a small explanation is requisite here. That was perhaps just eliminating a threat that I had become aware of with my magical senses. And it was also a rite of passage, a trial for young fella to help him accomplish all that he's destined to.
Why does it sound like you made him kill a man? Like, explicitly? I'm just wondering, aloud.
I did not make that young man do anything. I simply asked him if he would remove a wizard who was up to some nefarious no-good nonsense.
Haribo wishes Haribo was asleep or awake for this moment.
Sparkleoneous squints.
What's that look like?
How?
I really was hoping I would get away with that.
No way. What podcast do you think you're on?
It's 2 pebbles. How are you squinting?
Yeah,
are you
it's
kidding
2
me?
pebbles.
We belabored this.
I put 2 little, I sort of extend them out of my head a little, most of the way, and then I put little curtains around on either side.
Ew.
We could have called this podcast talking about the minutia.
So, Moundane,
Sparkleoneous
I'm not
stuff
going
could
to
have been
lie.
made as well.
I'm not going to lie. This didn't make me trust you more, but I do still think you're a very cool guy.
I find that profoundly disappointing. I'm so sad to hear that.
His face doesn't change.
What about you, Margery? You got
All
any
this
questions
time
for this guy?
he's worn the expression of for the Midwesterners out there of a grandfather watching his grandkids play cornhole. That's the expression he's used this whole time.
I mean, I know the expression you're talking about, but I'm trying to think about if there was ever a time that Grandpa watched us play cornhole.
Nope. We were a football family, backyard football, but he didn't watch. He just said, "Go play football."
But he yelled when he watched football.
He sure did, but so did most people.
It's true. I'm trying to think of a question I might have.
And you can borrow 2 books. I think that's what I've decided. 2 books for the lot of you.
All right.
When you mean take care of for this initiation process that seems to be happening, what exactly does that entail?
Drive away. Run off. Remove from the premises. Ask politely to leave, but also very firmly.
Assertive.
Yeah. You gotta know that he's got some backbone if he's gonna be accomplishing destiny.
Are you encouraging his dreams?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, he was talking about he has dreams and things happen in them. You're talking about destiny. Hold on.
Sparkleoneous leans over to Haribo and starts shaking him on the shoulder, and he says,
Hey, wake up. How did you get here? You're the person who's supposed to be in charge.
I don't, where is he?
You're extrovert.
Sorry, fellas, I needed a nap. I'm so tired.
So the question we're on right now, and stick
Yeah.
with me.
I'm here.
Moundane is talking about how
He's
encouraging Wilhelm's destiny, and I'm asking him about the dreams. You know,
Oh
you
shit!
remember the
No,
dreams.
he should not. Hold on, Sparkleoneous. Hey, Moundane. Moundane has no. You're Moundane. Wilhelm has some very nasty dreams. Half of them. You can't be doing that. He's on the edge already, and half of it's good, I think, and half of it's bad. We discussed as a team without him around, and I think that we should encourage goodness in him and also not let him near that hole. I imagine he has talked to you about the hole, and we can't let him near the hole because it sounded like a scary hole.
No one should
Is
be
that
near the
enough,
hole.
Sparkleoneous? Can I go back to sleep now?
I think so. Yeah, that
All
about
right.
sums it up.
All right, thank you.
I'll wake
Let me
you
know
up
when
whenever we have to leave.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna wake
All
you
right.
up exactly the same way.
Oh, all right.
Look
I go back to
forward
sleep.
that.
Haribo go back to sleep. Goes back to sleep.
All right, Moundane. Well, I guess that's it. Anybody have any last minute things, or shall I? I'm gonna go down to the library then. Thanks for the sit.
Oh, dang. So was that just like a lecture, or was there a question attached to that?
Haribo was woken up and told what the question was, and then he got
I just wanted to get him upset for a second.
Yeah, no, Haribo's back asleep now. There may have been a question, but he didn't ask it if there was one. M has, I will be clear, M has a lot of questions for Moundane, but he can't ask them.
God, I'm so curious what there's so many layers going on. I always want to know where the players are at and just sort of like what's going on. Like,
I mean, I would like to ask Moundane a numero of questions, but I think that Haribo is not, doesn't think that Moundane is going to be honest with him, so doesn't want to talk to Moundane anyway. Like, he doesn't think there's a point because he thinks he's going to hide it, or he's going to joke, or he's going to do this performer shit he always does. So Haribo is already kind of out, but he's interested to see what he can learn. But he's also too sleepy, and he's asleep, so he simply just can't ask the questions in the way that M wants him to right now. Maybe at a later date, but not right now.
well, then down the stairs we go. Just check out a couple books. 2 books. Party has been allowed. Sounds like Sparkleoneous wants a book of songs. Could get 2 books of songs. Could get a book of songs. And another book.
So did we wake up Haribo, or did we leave him?
Sounds sort of
Sparkleoneous
like...
goes, "Oh wait," and he blobs back up the stairs, and he is bumping both Haribo and Gib at the same time, and he's saying,
You guys are in charge. You guys are in charge. Wake up. Wake up. How'd we get here?
Moundane, please don't.
No, we're done talking to Moundane.
Take the loot and run!
Take the loot. I pick up Haribo, hold on, and picks up Gib and trucks it for the staircase.
Because Gib is who said that.
Perfect, even better.
All right, so books. Except for perhaps Haribo and Gib, maybe you guys just go all the way down the stairs and out the tower.
"Can I make a book check?"
Yeah, investigation.
I'm gonna roleplay this, but Haribo did want a book, and that's also the funniest part of this.
Well,
No, you're totally right. He goes right down the stairs with Gib.
16.
16 book check. You see a couple books. You go over to the shelf that was indicated by the sphere of magic earlier. I think you see one book that intrigues you. It is Bards of Old, a greatest hits anthology of some of the great bards of yore, and perhaps like a tune or two from each of them. And there's also just like the Bardic Compendium of Bardliness, which is a thick tome of like song prompts and rhymes and things, just sort of the nuts and bolts of barding. And then there's a thin volume that you pull out on a whim, and on the cover is the words "More Vicious Mockery."
Well, I do like specificity,
More Vicious Mockery is pretty good.
but I do dislike being rude.
The ye old tome of Vicious Mockery.
I think Sparkleoneous is gonna go with we're gonna go with the classic hits. I don't know if I have more than one book to get. I don't know if anybody else is
Like
gonna look for books.
the history book.
Oh, that's just a history book?
Well, no, sort of the greatest hits bard. It's the most historical focused of the 3 books.
I understand what you're saying now.
Because it's set up, it's got like 8 or 9 bards of history, and it's got like their biographies.
I
and some of their
see.
tunes.
I see.
The
Let's
Bardic
go.
Book of Bardliness is
the
like
William Shakespeare bards of your history.
there might be one who does theater in there.
Tom Barty, Leonard Skinbard. Let me get
Not that one. Specifically not Leonard Skinbard.
Lenbard Nimoy.
Limbard Skin Boy.
let me get more vicious mockery.
Lenbard Skinbard.
Oh boy.
Nothing is more powerful than a
Okay,
song
cool.
that is
Named
surprise.
named
so
after a
Vicious
listener
mockery.
of ours.
no one
Sorry.
will suspect.
Lenbard Skinbard. Okay, cool. Does anyone want to look for any other books here in Moundane's private library? Not Tamagotchi, though.
He's
Yes,
outside.
Tamagotchi this.
So sad. Everything.
Though
the most
Margery's been in
useful fucking
Tamagotchi's
place.
spot, so like if you want to look for, if it occurs to you to look for a book for Tamagotchi, I think you're the only one who would be capable of making
also-
it for
But
him.
also, you can find books for like. This is a good
You can
moment
find
to
books
find
on
books for
anything.
Margery
Knowledge is power,
too.
guys.
Like, I don't think like. Yeah, don't burn this on me. If you can find a fun book for Margery, like, you're always looking for
Yeah.
Margery stuff. So.
I'm
Can't have anything in the cage.
The Big Book of Evil.
Okay, well.
Well,
I
wait. We
mean,
haven't asked for stuff in the cage.
I suppose that's true. You could go over to the cage and just have a closer look at it.
He said we could have 2 books. He did not specify that they could not be from the cage.
That's true.
I want to at least.
Now
like,
you're thinking like a wizard.
if I
Now
could
I'm
look-
thinking like a juggler. Specifically a beach wizard.
Son of a beach.
I did not know what kind of vibe I was gonna go for with Moundane when we started this episode, but I'm here for it. I'll take it. I wanted him to be more sinister than he wound up being, but that's okay.
I'm feeling sinister vibes from him, even if his voice is a little kooky, and
I hate
that's
him.
like a fun like balance.
Me, Lawrence, hate him. Sparkleoneous loves him.
See, the opposite is for M. That's wild. I love this.
Hell yeah, okay, but who wants to look for a book though?
I'm gonna grab a second songbook if nobody gets a book.
There are 2 more songbooks.
Can I at least just before I roll, can I just look and see what, like, if I just sitting in front of the cage, not touching, if I can read anything that's in there?
No, I'm. If you want to just have a peek, you can roll perception.
I don't want to.
I would say, yeah, no, I mostly just want to do 1 focus per scene per character, if that makes sense.
Okay, I am adding. Oh, that's a dirty 20 for my perception.
Hot diggity! Is this perception on the cage, or is this perception?
This is not on the cage. This is like on the books I'm looking for.
Okay. What is the what's your genre? What are you looking for? Because a dirty 20 is juicy.
Like my character myself, like from what research I did with Belsharoon, is that followers are all about like trying to find knowledge to gain more power and learning more spells through finding knowledge. So I'm just wanting to like see if there's anything in necromantic. I don't know if that's a word, but if it isn't out of my head. Any kind of those kinds of books.
Same Moundane probably has a book about necromance, but it's not in the way that you want it.
Oh no!
It's necromantic. Yeah.
A shirtless,
Is that-
bony body is on the cover.
Okay. Okay. Dirty 20 looking for necromancy here in Moundane's library. And I think with a dirty 20, we're gonna say let's go a few different routes. Your urchin instincts combined with that dirty 20 sort of leads you to like walk the shelves rather than getting stuck in a particular section. So you come up with a few things that are diverse in the genre range. You find a book that is called Unfamiliar Familiars, a book on less than kosher summons that definitely has a section on the Skellington. You definitely find the necromantic book.
Gross.
It's there. I don't know if you take it down and look at it and
It's
like try
heavily used.
Oh.
It does. Okay, it does look worn out, but you can't tell whether that's Moundane or whether that is just sort of how it was when you found it. It does look well used. Make of that what you will. I want to give you
Okay.
2 more for a 20. So you also find a historical biography of necromancers. Great necromancers of days of yore. They don't have their personal spells in there or something, but there's definitely some good knowledge in there. Oh, and then you have one of a codex of the multiverse kind of that definitely has sections, if you wanted to get planar knowledge of domains of undeath, or if you wanted to learn about sort of the larger cosmic level of death, there might be something in there.
I didn't even think about
okay.
it cosmically.
So to recap, we have cosmic,
Yes, please.
we have necromantic, we have necrobiography, and we have unfamiliar familiars.
Unfamiliar Familiars, does it have a little subtitle that I could know anything else about it? Or is it just called Unfamiliar Familiars? Because Grace, the player, does not know what that means.
A familiar is like a wizard summon, and so it's just sort of a play on that, is what the title means.
Oh, okay.
Unfamiliar familiars would suggest that these are how to summon a demon or a skeleton or something that's not an owl.
Got it. Okay.
A big owl.
I think the subtitle
get
for Unfamiliar
necromantic.
Familiars is perhaps it's get on the wild side of your summoning circle.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's like zesty.
Zesty.
I think that Moundane is as weak to a zesty subtitle.
He, of course, also has a copy of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and all these other Tuesdays with Maury or whatever it was called.
51 Shades of Grey.
51 Shades of Purple.
35 Shades of Green.
Mm-hmm. No one talked about the 49 books before 50 Shades of Grey.
What a lineage.
Maybe it has to be necromance. It makes sense.
Ugh.
I would definitely give you some if that was the text that you were consulting when confronted with necromancy, that would definitely give you some very different prompts.
Now you're evil and gross.
No, now you're evil and hot.
Ooh. Brother, ooh.
I'm just trying to take a step back from all of my relationships with all.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
While I do this job.
I think I'm gonna do the planar one.
Great choice.
Oh yeah, that's a thick tome.
Beans.
Okay, so you guys all collect your books, and you hear Moundane's voice from the sphere of magic, and he says, "Looks like you've found all of the things you was looking to find here in my tower. Get." And you are all teleported outside of the tower to where Haribo and Gib are
sleeping.
passed out,
Yeah.
leaning up against the stairs to the door.
Against each other.
Oh.
Well, that was
Maintain the
downright
fiction.
convenient.
Haribo doesn't witness any big magic.
Well, that's fine.
All right,
I'm
so
not.
who's gonna carry Haribo into his actual bed, way out in the outskirts of town?
Thaddeus will.
Damn, I was making a joke, but all right.
Oh, that's sweet. But he's so much taller than
He's
you.
a better man than I am.
That's so
Yeah, but I'm
fucking
stout.
That's true.
I'm merely a blob.
Can't you cast feather fall?
It's feather fall, unfortunately not.
Oh, I
Not
thought it
feather
was
flow.
float.
What if I pick him
Yeah.
up, I drop him, and
What
then
if we
cast
throw
feather
him in the
fall?
air?
To throw him in
Also,
the wall.
no. If you read Featherfall, it slows your descent to something like 30 feet per second, which is, to me, as a reader, very fast.
It still feels pretty fast.
That feels very fast.
But it doesn't accelerate from there. It's only 30.
Guess so.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna-
all of y'all are outside of the tower. It is, what did I say? Like Thursday?
I think last we said was Blimlethorp. If I am
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
actually
honest.
very accurate.
I don't think we
no.
ever. I don't think we defined further than that.
When is
It's-
the weekend?
It's currently Blimlethorp, and we are 2 days away from the weekend.
Okay. So
Oh, dumb.
2 days away from the weekend. We've left Moundane's tower. 2 of our party are asleep. What is it that we're trying to do? What are we trying to accomplish here?
Well, I need to go and ready the cart with Barson because I imagine after market day we're not going to be sticking around for too much longer. So I figured I'd get that out of the way so that I can focus on shopping.
When is market day? I keep forgetting.
It's the weekend, 2 days from now. 2 days from Blimlethorp.
I'm actually going to say that it's tomorrow evening is gonna be
It
opening
starts
of
tomorrow evening.
market day.
I love a nocturnal market. Heck yeah.
It's the
Farmers
full-
markets start too early.
It's the full weekend, so it starts
The day
Early
after
Saturday
Blimlethorp.
morning.
Frindle Hop evening.
The evening of Frindlehop.
Are these holidays that only this town knows?
No, these are the days of the
No,
week.
these are the days
Grace.
of the week.
Everyone knows
I thought
these.
these were holidays.
You should know these, Grace, as the player. Come on.
These nonsense words.
You're telling me you don't know Brimblethorpe
You don't
or
know
whatever?
Frimblehop?
No, I know you're making bullshit up. I just thought that I was like, are these holidays that we now have to like learn?
You just gotta know Blimblethorpe and Frindlehop, and then the other 18 days of the week.
We'll name them
Oh,
when
no.
they come up. And there's 2 weeks every month. Yeah, so M wanted some clarification when listening to last session, because Haribo can't ask this, but I don't think that he would have the same information in the same way that I did listening to it, so I'm just going to ask this. So it's going to take us 10 days with Barson's help to get to the mountain, and 10 days to get back. That's 20 days. In 3 weeks, we have to have delivered to this town for merchants to check out trained kobolds. So in 21 days, which I don't know if he was being like open with his 3 weeks or if it was like literally 21 days from when he told us. You know what I mean? So I'm curious about our timing. Like if we stay a day, are we missing out on, do we have to crush ass, get there and like beat this in an hour, get back, train kobold, like, you know what I mean? I'm curious about our timing on this because it seems like we're in a huge rush, which is cool if we are. I just want to know.
Yeah, no, I think the answer to the question sort of lies in whether a week is 7 days or a week is 10 days. Because I used the term
Sounded like it was
10
18
days.
days if we
18
actually
days.
talked about it earlier. Hold on.
I think I used the term 10 day
Okay.
at some point. So there is a door open there for making a 10 day a week. And so in that case, you would have 9 leftover days to train some kobolds, minus however long you took doing adventure stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That makes more like sense for Haribo to not be like still awake and pushing to get us out the door right now. Because he would, if M was in this case, he would be very worried about our timing to get back to the kobolds. But if we have 9 extra days, it feels comfortable to get back, train the kobolds, and get them in order.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just curious because I was listening and I was like, oh no,
We-
we are fucked.
We can train them in 3 days, and then we need the other 6 to rehearse the
that's
Merchant of Venice.
true. We do have to perform the Merchant of Venice to show that these guys know what they're doing.
Not only can they defend your caravan, but
They can
also
entertain.
they're cultured.
Cultured.
Can we teach him to juggle?
God.
We can't. I know somebody who might be able to.
And that's where the episode will end. No, just kidding. You want to set up market day?
Good question. Does anyone else have questions before we set up market day?
Can I have 100 gold?
No.
Thanks.
Shit.
Can I have 50 gold?
No.
Yes.
Can Scarf also have a little tiny vest made of armor, like gifted?
No.
Could Scarf have 50 gold?
It's just to run a nose. Can
But Scarf is just a
I
little ferret. Why can't you
never
have that?
die?
No.
Will you tell me when I'm going to die?
No.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on. Too fast.
Yeah, no, when you're going to die, I will tell you. market day, or market evening, I suppose. The four of you come to market day at different times. Thaddeus, during this downtime, you resume your guard duties. You're very serious about those. So you're there during like market setup. You're there for the merchants' arrival. You see the head merchants go in to have their meeting with the Lord, and you see the various merchants setting up their stalls. You see some from the farms to the south setting up their various wares. You see others from the northern lands, the more urban areas in the border kingdoms. They have other items. They have perhaps art objects. They have goods from further afield, less known fruits or materials, perhaps even a jeweler. Think Margery is perhaps there next. Margery, you hang out on the perimeter and you're looking at the merchants themselves, I think. That's what your urchin senses tell you, is to sort of observe the various merchants. So you're getting a vibe on them. One who sticks out to you is a
stall that Barson and Sparkleoneous have put up that just says kisses.
That sticks out to everyone.
It's a smooch stall. 2 silver pieces for a smooch. A mystery smooch.
You'll
Could it
never
be
know
from
who's
your
going to
beloved
be
Destined
from.
One?
Or from Sparkleoneous next to me.
And that's none of that was in Barson's voice, unfortunately.
I was going to
Barson
say that
sounds
was
like this.
Moundane.
But this is what Barson sounds like, but I'm not gonna do that whole spiel again with Barson. Get some smooches.
What actually sticks out to Margery, you see that a person setting out books and papers and sort of more reading materials, that this person is observing the rest of the merchants and just sort of the passerby in the town just as much as you are. The next person to arrive is Sparkleoneous and Barson. You guys, I think, are arriving to do like a window shopping browse of the market. And so you see everything laid out pristine before anyone puts their grubby mitts on it. It all looks good. I think the thing that sort of jumps out to Sparkleoneous is the lack of entertainment here at this market day. It's pretty mercantile focused. Not a lot of entertainment, no fire eaters or anything on that order. And then the last one to show up is Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi, you're looking for like, I don't know. I don't even know if you're looking for anything. I don't know if you've had like a market day since you've shown up.
And
Haribo's been here a year, so has there been a market day in that year?
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Yes,
Then I mean, Haribo frequents and combs them. Yeah, he's like super into them because this is the moment where he can find weird random shit that he might be able to use for his science.
Yeah, and because I like to force future Gabe to define things for me later. Haribo is drawn to the like gems and jewels merchant. I think that Haribo sees a piece of something there that catches his interest, and that is where I think we will call it.
At the gems and jewels merchant.
I mean,
Okay,
I've got
you want me to give you one more tasty thing?
No. That was just my. I'm excited. Like I don't know what it could be. I'm looking forward to it. I'm into
I've already got a scheme to run.
Yeah,
with.
no.
That's where our camera's gonna pull up.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, we pull back up at the gems and jewels merchant with Haribo spotting something.
It couldn't be. It's.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, A Wider World, DM'd by Theodore Stringer. The players this season are Lawrence Jennings as Sparkleoneous, Grace Stringer as Margery Ridgeback, Mike Harrison as Thaddeus Ofkoot, and myself, M. Williams as Haribo Tamagotchi. If you're interested in supporting the show and helping continue this ad-free listening experience, please consider going out and subscribing to us on Patreon. You can become a member there as well if you just want to keep tabs on what we're doing as a show. There, we're working to post all the episodes of the podcast along with upcoming bonus content you'll be sure to enjoy. You can find us there at patreon.com/DDAD podcast. That's patreon.com/DDAD podcast. In other news, our very own D&D supplement drops today, called Oddfeld's Guide to the Thornwood, an intense and all-around play setting fraught with poison and danger around every turn. It's a whole new world of dark wood and carnivorous plants. Make sure you check out the information in the description of this episode if you'd like to secure your own copy. The Kickstarter will run until July 20th. Our next episode, though, drops on July 4th. We will see you folks next time.
I think in this case,
Dude, imagine getting hammered drunk for the first time and then waking up on your buddy's shoulder in a place you could have never been before, ever. Being like,
You
wow, how did
couldn't
we get
even
here?
comprehend.
How did we get here?
Bardic,